Fantasy baseball drafts only about a month away. Love this time of year, Mr. Namecoat right there. I'm Dustin. We're talking about first base. As always, it's pretty deep this year. We got a few guys that we're liking a little bit later, but
first, make sure you check out all of our other videos, right? And then to also do that, make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell notification. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. We put some work into it. And also make sure you're looking at our top 150 cheat sheet and all of our other rankings as well. There's a place that you can click to go to there. But first, please finish watching this video and Dustin talk about guys that hit the ball really far to start this video off with people in Tier 1. Tier
1 is just ridiculous. I mean, we said it when we were doing our rankings. Like, you could literally rank these guys in any order and you're not going to be disappointed. You know, all these guys are going to go early, but we got Goldschmidt at number 1 just because he throws in the stolen bases, which is nice. Freddie Freeman finally took his game to the next level last year. He's up in Tier 1 now, and then Cabrera and Rizzo. I mean, you really can't go wrong. We're expecting monster years from these guys again this year.
Tier 2, Jose Abreu I want to talk about real quick. And the thing that I love Jose Abreu. I really do. I always want him on all my teams. He's so good. He has a good average. He hits for power. He's just really fun to watch too. And I think if you miss on these top tier guys, getting a guy like Abreu, you're feeling really good. Again, first base is deep. I also want to touch base on Will Myers. He keeps getting hype. He's got the pedigree, so there's some name recognition there. And he keeps getting a lot of hype. The thing about him though, he only bat 259 last year, which that average could go up, sure. The one thing that is nice about him is he had 28 bags a year ago, so you are going to get some speed with him as well. And you know, the pop, he could be a 30, his ceiling is a 30-30 guy. So that's why he's getting a little bit of love. But just be a little cautious. Don't overdraft him.
I like it.
He's great, but I'm just saying, would I be shocked if I see somebody take him over in Carcion or Abreu, or we have him ranked as such for a reason, Dustin.
I hear you.
Remember all that time we spent doing the rankings? That's why he's there.
Just saying, don't shy too far.
It's not that I don't like him. I like him.
All right.
I like, you know.
Brent hates Will Myers, and he's gonna blow up. Yeah. Hanley Ramirez, I want to talk about in Tier 3.
Oh, like 7 guys more than him.
At 33 years old, you're really just kind of hoping that he keeps doing what he's been doing. But last year, another solid year, 111 RBIs. I don't know if you can necessarily count on that every year, but Hanley still getting it done. We still like him. Only reason he's down here, not up in Tier 2, is just a little bit of the age. We're just a little worried about that. And he has been kind of injured and inconsistent at times. And then Chris Davis, you know what you're getting. The average just, he can't get the average going, but he still had 38 home runs, 99 runs, 84 RBIs. If he can get his average up to even 250, he could definitely be a nice investment on draft day.
Tier 4, Brandon Belt's the first gentleman I'd like to speak about. And the thing about Brandon Belt is he is the guy that always falls in drafts. I don't care what anybody says, he's gonna fall, and he's solid. We have him ranked as such. He doesn't do anything amazing, but he does everything pretty good across the board. So the fact that he falls is great, because if you fill up all of your other positions, you're still gonna have a quality first baseman. And then I want to talk about Albert Pujols. The thing about him is he is 37 years old.
Crazy.
He almost had 600 at bats last year. Mark my words, that will not happen this year. He will not come close to that 600 at bats, but he did have 31 home runs last year in that, and the power's still there, and the guy's a Hall of Famer, and he is ridiculous. Just don't bank on almost 600 bats again. I just don't see it happening.
Folks. Brent hates Will Myers, and he thinks Pujols is getting hurt. Tier 5, Healy is one of our favorite young first basemen. Looks like he's going to be the everyday guy out there for Oakland. Only 25 years old. We love his minor league stats. And about 260 at bats last year. He had 13 home runs. So you gotta like that. He's a guy that you should definitely target in kind of the mid-late rounds as a nice sleeper. Next, I want to talk about Eric Thames. This is a guy, he's been playing overseas the last couple of years, and he's been going nuts. And now he's coming back over. We've seen mixed results with that. I mean, you saw what Park did last year, and he just kind of flopped. So we're not necessarily thinking it's going to completely translate back over into Major League Baseball, but he was playing too well to ignore what he was doing over there. So it's interesting, just don't go too crazy over if you look at his stats of what he was doing, just don't think it's gonna completely translate.
Tier 6, starting with Chris Carter. All he does is catch touchdowns. He hasn't heard that 100 times in his life, I'm sure. But the thing that this Chris Carter does is that all he does is hit home runs. He had 41 bombs last year, but he only hits home runs, like I said, because he only batted .222 last year. So you got to take the good with the bad there. You're going to get the power. You're not going to get a good average with Chris Carter. Josh Bell's the other guy I'd like to highlight. He had knee surgery. He should be ready for opening day. It looks like he's going to be the Pirates' everyday first baseman. I know, 24-year-old, it's a little interesting. When you're at this point in your draft, he's again a guy that can slip, maybe, and there's a little bit of upside there. I kind of like just, taking a sleeper's kind of sneaky pick on him.
And the last tier, still some interesting names here. The first one, Greg Bird with New York. It looks like he's going to be everyday guy out there for New York. He plays for the Yankees, so he's probably going to get overdrafted, but his minor league stats were okay. They weren't anything to get super excited about, but this guy definitely does have an upside. He's only 24 years old. He's in a great situation to show us what he can do, so he's definitely worth a late round flyer. And then Mitch Moreland, he's still an everyday guy. He's 31. He's not completely over the hill yet. I mean, he's one of those guys that had all that hype around him for so long that he's kind of a household name in terms of fantasy goes. I'm sure at some point everyone's had Mitch Moreland on their team waiting for him to break out.
That is such a good point.
And it has never really happened, but there's still some hope. He's still in a good situation. He still hit over 20 home runs last year, so you can't ignore him.
You at least see him on the wire. You picked him up. Yeah.
I've owned him.
I've owned him, caught him, drafted him.
I've drafted him at least a couple of times.
Boom! Home run for the first baseman.
Mitch Moreland. Name code right there. I'm Dustin. Post questions in the video. We're going to be responding to those. Check out our other ranking videos. Check out our rankings, top 150 cheat sheet. Subscribe to the channel.
Give a thumbs up.
We love the thumbs up. The thumbs up's
yeah, it makes me happy.
We've had a few thumbs down this year, though. Those kind of
You saying that, there should be even more now.
If you leave a thumbs down, at least give us some sort of comment to justify.
Or critique if you would.
Or critique.
We're open to that.
We're asking for it now.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Dustin. First baseman's going to have 80,000 thumb down.
Will Myers is going to be amazing.
I like only 7 more people than Will Myers. That's all.